start talking about before you pack your bags, things you should know before moving abroad. What moved me to do this live reaction today? We have a viral story of this young lady who decided to pack up and move abroad, specifically from America to Ghana. So if you haven't had a good laugh tonight, if you have not heard of this story, get ready to have a really good laugh because there's things that you should know about packing up and moving abroad. And there should be things you should expect as well because life in the United States in comparison to life elsewhere can be very different. And for some, you can find it very, very difficult. So, as we get into the live tonight, know that I'm speaking from just from love in an honest place, not a place of criticism, because I can relate. I can relate to both ends of it. Just that there's no, I did not willingly just pack up and move. So I do understand that there's going to be drastic changes that you're really not used to, especially packing up and going all the way to Africa. So I thank you guys so much. I welcome you all. Please share the live as you come in. And let me know, one of the issues we're going to talk about is even internet issues. Earlier, I was trying to do a live to show you guys the kids. And the internet have been pretty bad here lately in Haiti. I don't know exactly what's happening or what's going on with that. But the internet just have not been really good at all. So that's one of the struggles that you face as well. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, if you know someone who's thinking about moving abroad, please share this. Because a lot of the times, maybe where you're living, if you're in Canada or US, you're thinking about where you at is just not a good place. If you're black, you're feeling as if racism is too much for you in America. Maybe you're just not really happy there, and you saw a video about another country and you decided, well, I'm going to pack up and move, which for me, I do think that is a great thing. And to have that takes a lot of courage to up and move to a whole nother country and start your life all over, even possibly leaving behind your family and friends. That does take a lot of courage to do. So if you know somebody that's wanting to do that, thinking about doing that, there is some things that they should know. I wanna replay this video. I'll wait till we have more people in the chat to replay this video that we will talk about tonight. Rosaline, bonsoir, Miss Marie, bonsoir, et salut tout le monde mwen pendant nous ap entre dans live là. Combien de nous qui voulait aller dans un autre pays, spécialement moun qui vivent aux États-Unis yo. Yo gen a penser que aux États-Unis gen un pile problème, yo vin mal à l'aise aux États-Unis et puis ou même temps qui fait aux États-Unis ou voulez quitter aux États-Unis ou voulez aller vivre dans l'autre pays, OK? Ou pensez que aux États-Unis bah gen trop problème, gen ceci c'est l'autre bord. Dis nous juste fait gros précaution parce que à soir nous pourrons parler de histoire d'une petite dame qui fait aux États-Unis, qui un africain, un américain noir qui décide que il vient fatigué avec aux États-Unis et puis il pour aller l'Afrique. Nous connaissons que En pile fois, ou gen nou regarder une vidéo et puis ou tande ou ouais un bagay et puis esprit ou dit ou ta remè aller là, ou ta remè aller là. So, je dis à nous à parler de ça. M'konne si m'gen haïtien qui là, haïtien nous-mêmes nous à comprendre parce que ou ka dit nous-mêmes qui haïtien nous vraiment fait différent. Et pas vrai, haïtien nous gen un bagay la kay nous adopter presque tout côté nous aller. Ça on bagay ou pas ka retirer la ka haïtien. Mais j'ai l'impression c'est parce que la caille nous tellement gagné un bouleverse et la caille nous tellement ti gens maltraité nous qui vient faire que li facile pour nous adopter l'autre côté parce que un pile moun ouais n'importe l'autre pays en pile fois plus bon que traitement haïtien a besoin dans pays en Haïti, est pas vrai? Mais ou même qui haïtien américain et ou décider pour quitter aux États-Unis pour aller à Haïti, pour aller de l'autre côté, spécialement l'Afrique, partagez live là, OK? Please share the live parce que à soir nous voulons parler de ça. Dans mon live sur TikTok et plusieurs fois l'aime live sur TikTok moi gen plusieurs monde qui dit Marie moi vle vin vivre Haïti. Several times when I'm live on TikTok I get people telling me, you know, Marie, I'm ready to move to Haiti or I'm ready to move out of the United States, which is all cool and dandy because we all have different likes, different requirements, and you could very well be in an unhappy place in the United States. But there's things that you definitely have to be mindful of before packing up and getting ready to head out the door. So please share the live, guys. Let's get a minimum of 25 in the house so that I can share this video. Get ready to laugh too, guys, because I'm telling you, this video, to me, it is really, really, really funny. Vidéo ça, c'est une vidéo qui vraiment, si vous passez une journée qui est difficile ou pas qu'à Paris, if you're having a difficult day today, I hope that it will put a smile on your face and that you will definitely have a laugh. So please share the live, guys. Mr. Paul, bonsoir. Evening, folks. Bonsoir, Mr. Paul. Comment yeah? How are you? Jean-Pierre says, good evening. Good evening, Jean-Pierre. Good evening. How are you? Let me see. Let me go on. Share the live, guys. Please share the live. Let's get more people watching today. I'm live early today. For one of the main reasons is the internet issues. We've been having a lot of internet issues here in Haiti. So it's kind of like you got to hurry up and try to work while you can, while the internet is, and I'm taking a chance because you never know when the internet is going to be good. So this is one of the struggles that you who's thinking about moving abroad, you should consider based on your needs. Haitian Warrior King, thank you for tuning in. It's been a while. I'm glad to see you in the chat with us tonight. So let me play this video, guys. Let me play this video as we get the live started. Let me play this video. Hold on.
The racism in America. I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit, what's that shit called? That coming down. God. The bullshit animals and scorpions outside the house, this big ass spiders, this big ass lizards, colorful looking you never seen before. All in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you. All the bullshit people trying to scam you outside. thinking you rich, so they trying to get more money off you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my business back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my business office, and all the stuff I want to do out here in America. Steady electricity. And the only time our electricity get cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity, so if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid thing, and it comes right back on in 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people.
Guys, please excuse the language, because as you know, usual, I'm not, having guests or cursing and stuff here. But see, this young lady, and she is like an advocator, right, for Africa, and she is one that when you see some of her previous videos, she was one that willingly up and made this move, right? So I guess she doesn't follow creators like myself. So for one, if you are planning on moving abroad, please do your research. And in today's day and age, you have creators almost everywhere. I follow creators from the countryside of Jamaica, Dominica, not actually DR, but even in Ghana, right? Find out some facts about where you want to go. Obviously, even though her heart was in the right place, she didn't know what she was getting into. And if you guys want to know more about my move from the early days of me coming back to Haiti, I encourage you to go back and watch some of my earlier uploads, lives, and videos, because it definitely was it was a shock, and it was not an easy adjustment to get adjusted to, and I had to get adjusted. So because I had no choice but to get adjusted, I had to do what I had to do. But if I was one of them that had a choice in making this type of move, I'm going to share some tips with you guys tonight and let you know moving abroad, guys, is not for the weak. A lot of people, and I've shared this, a lot of people want to say, America is bad, and America is this, and America is that. Like I said earlier, you may not be in a happy place. There may be things that's happening with you at your current location in America that you really, really dislike. But one of the things that I've shared, and maybe some people will not agree with, is the fact that, in my opinion, in today's day and age, be somewhat happy to be an American and having access to the things that you have access to. You, as an American, a lot of people, there are a lot of American who takes being an American for granted. They take the life that America offers for granted and think that this is entitlement to the rest of the world, which is not true. Yes, as Stitch and Goods mentioned, you may currently be upset with the politics, with the current administration, but keep in mind, there is not too many countries around the world that is structured the way, let's say, Canada or America is structured, okay? So if you're planning on moving, to example, to a place like Africa or Haiti, you already need to be built. You already need to be mentally prepared to deal with things of Africa. You got to be ready to deal with things of Haiti when you decide, hey, I'm moving to Haiti. And that is why I've shared this before in another life. If you're planning on moving to, let's say, Haiti or Africa, in my opinion, I don't think that that is a move you should make abruptly. Yes, you may hear the motherland calling you. You may feel as if the dream you had, it says that you have to wake up in Haiti. All of that good stuff may be going on with you, right? And I'm not going to take any of that away from you. But you also need to do a comparison with your dream and reality. And what are some of your daily needs? What are some things that you do on a daily that keeps you afloat in America? See, some people live a simple life, right? And they live and eat really, really healthy. So if you one of those type of people, you would probably do really good in a place like Haiti, in Africa, or similar places like that, because you're not going to have access to some of the taste buds that you get in America. I know because I could tell you about that. That it is not to say that you're not gonna have access to it, but this is why the first point I'm gonna share with you is very important. Before deciding to move abroad, please do your research. Thank you, Sasquatch. Thank you. Please do your research. If you are, I'm going to use Haiti for example. If you're planning on moving to Haiti, I know some of you guys are probably thinking, Marie, you're crazy. No, no, there are people who will and still is waiting on that chance and opportunity to move to Haiti. But one of the advice that I tell everyone who get in touch with me about moving to Haiti, and even right now, I tell people, now is not the time. I cannot consult you, and assist you in any way with moving back to Haiti because that takes time that at this time I don't have. It takes transportation that at this time I don't have to host you, to be a good host. You need to take several trips back here to Haiti. Please share the live, guys. Please share the live. And I encourage you guys to interact with this young lady. Do you think she really, really wasn't ready? I encourage you guys. If moving abroad, you know a friend who wants to move abroad. And I've never been to Africa, but from the looks of things, Africa don't seem to be so much different from Haiti. Take several trips. Really, in order for you to live somewhere and be happy, be content, you can have all the money. If you're not happy, if you're not content, you're not going to live a fulfilled life. Take several trips. And on those several trips, do not just focus in the Port-au-Prince area. I'm using Haiti as an example, right? So let's say if you're planning on going to Dominican Republic, don't just focus on one area. If you're going to Africa, don't focus on one area in Africa. Just maybe you made friends with someone who's in Africa, but they're in the rural area of Africa. That rural area offers peace, but it lacks access to everything else. Just maybe in Port-au-Prince, you have access to everything else, but then you do not have that peace of mind that you want to that push you to make that move. So especially anyone who's coming to Haiti, visit different places, guys. Visit several different areas in Haiti. Not just one area, but different area. Go to Cap Haitian. Figure out what is it first, write it down, right? It's good to write things because sometimes we get excited. We make emotional decisions. We get in the moment and yeah, I met such and such guy. I met such and such girl and I'm gonna no. Before you even make that initial move, start writing some things down. First, what moved you to make that move? And what are you looking for in making that move? Go back and read it. I know now day and age people aren't doing that. Creating vision boards aren't the coolest things for a lot of people. But please know, going back to basic, for me, it is long lasting. It's not temporary. There's things that my generations used to do that these people are doing today. It's really good to do. Go back and see what exactly why am I moving? What are some accommodation and amenities that I require within my move, especially being born and raised in America? Thank you so much, Mercedes. Thank you for tuning in. Especially being born and raised in America. You would think because maybe you had a bad experience and you experienced some type of racism on your job, so now you want to move. But I just want to tell you guys, see, a lot of the times I think some people in America think that the privilege that they have in America, it is a given all over the world. And it is not. A lot of the times, you don't know just how big of a privilege you have in America to be able to grieve things. Yes, privilege. To have access to basic necessities. And I'm going to play this video again, guys, as you come in. Please share it for those who wasn't here. And please excuse me because this young lady, she kind of curses a lot. But she's genuinely expressing her true feelings about moving abroad. And that is why today we're talking about before you pack your bags, especially for many of you guys who sharing, Marie, I'm moving out here to Haiti. I'm going out to Africa and permanently looking to relocate, especially if you were born and raised in America. You need to know what are some amenities that you need before making certain moves, okay? Let's go.
Who I see in Africa, America, and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit, what's that shit called? That be coming down. God. The bullshit animals and scorpions outside the house, the big ass spiders, the big ass niggas, colorful niggas you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you, all the bullshit people trying to stab you when you outside. I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here.
Let me tell you guys, racism is not just in America. Believe me, racism is alive and well all over the world. I live in Haiti, and I can tell you, even though Haiti is a black nation, racism, classism is pure. And I'll tell you the difference between here and America. A lot of the unfair racism that takes place in America, you can voice it to an extent. Now, being raised in America myself, I understand that justice is not completely served. And many of you guys continue to face racism. It's real in America, but let me tell you the difference with America racism and racism in Haiti. It's alive and well in Haiti, and the people of Haiti cannot grieve that. Okay? There's a huge classism in Haiti. You're going to see when you come into Haiti that racism is, if you are dark skinned like myself, you can be very smart. You can know, you can want to know, and you will always be last in line to a person who's of lighter skin who knows nothing. And I would go on. I'm gonna go on a side note. That is why you see a lot of the youth in Haiti are bleaching their skin, are doing things to alter their appearance to appear as if they're a mulatto. So if you're black and solely deciding to move from America simply because of the racism in America, I just want you to know that racism is not just in America. Racism is prevalent, and it's all over the world. And Haiti is one of the places that racism, believe me, racism happens here all the time. It is something that I always say to myself, we may pronounce it with words that Haiti is free, but in all reality, when you look at Haiti, Haiti is somewhat not a very free place. And that is just an opinion. So, I always tell you guys, I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. Those of you all who follow me, like I've lived in the States. I grew up in the state of Texas. In the state of Texas, it has its set of problems. But for me in the state of Texas, even if you're black, you still have a level of opportunity. There's a level of things that can be done to you blatantly. Whereas here in Haiti, it's different. It's different. So let's continue.
Robbery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks.
So let's go with the scams, right? Racism. Let's go back to that. You're running from racism. This is just an example. That's one of the reasons why you decided to move to America, and you come to a place like Haiti and you realize that you are being discriminated against. Now that automatically places you in a place to be scammed, right? Because if you have that American way of doing things, you want to grieve this. You realize that this is wrong, and we want to bring that to the right party's attention, and that should be changed. That will automatically open you to being scammed. Because now these lawyers who are not genuinely going to work to make a difference, you may find a few. I'm not going to say you're not, but that American way of thinking that when we notice something is wrong, we're going to go fight to change it. That's going to open doors to get you scammed in a country like Haiti, in a country like Africa. Because there, a lot of people either they probably don't even realize that they're being discriminated against. Because see, your eyes has been opened because you've been exposed to so much differently. Whereas someone who grew up in Africa, they probably won't know the difference. Not everyone, okay? But a lot of people here in Haiti, when they are discriminated against, they do not know the difference because the mentality here is designed for, and this is solely again my opinion, guys. Please share the live and thank you all for tuning in. If you've yet to hit the like button, please hit the like button. When I first got to Haiti, I had to pick and choose my battles, or else I was going to find myself running and chasing after everyone, trying to tell them, don't do this, don't do that, don't accept that, the environment here, the people are used to this environment, right? What would hurt me is simple example. I would see an elder black person, an elder Haitian person struggling on the side of the road, and everyone will walk over them. That didn't disturb them, but that did for me because I know better. I've been exposed differently, right? I would feel the same way whether if they were white, black, or Hispanic, dog or cat, right? Whereas in Haiti, it's different. They don't understand that they've been conditioned because they will walk over their own. But had it been a mulatto on the side of that road struggling, they are going to break their legs to go and help that mulatto. They're going to do whatever in their power to go and help them. Now, I am not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we are conditioned to look at the white person or a mulatto as if they are better than us. Now, please share your opinion if you've had a different experience, if you have a different perspective, right? And you that's coming in from America, you're not going to understand that. You're going to always feel like they're not like us. Because being that you were born and raised in the States, you're going to be like, you a traitor because you didn't want to help your own, but then you want to go and rock with somebody else. You don't want to help a older Haitian lady or older Haitian man, but then you running behind these people. Now, as I say that, I'm not saying it to say that we shouldn't be kind and love everyone. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the mentality. It may not be with every Haitian person as well as not with every African person, but I'm just giving you an example that the racism that's there that you're going to notice and encounter, that's the normal for people who are born and raised in that culture, it can very well be disturbing to you too. Okay? Scams. Yes, you will be scammed. I cannot, if I was stuck on sharing how many times I was scammed in Haiti, this life in Haiti will be so filled with drama, especially at the beginning of life in Haiti, guys. When I really was just excited, this channel was starting and people was coming on to help, and I just wanted to dive in head first with doing the right thing. Everyone saw an opportunity because in their eyes, I was this American girl because my Creole was bad. Uh, my mentality is different. I'm Haitian, but I had that Texas veil with me and it was an innocent that I felt like, when I was growing up, I was good to my friends. They was good to me. I was good to my team. I expected them to be good to me. So it wasn't like that. A lot of people around me, and don't get me wrong, you're going to meet really good people, whether in Africa, but don't think that instantly you're going to be invited into that crowd of good people. Nope. Americans, Canadians instantly know that when you get ready to move abroad, that I don't even think it's an intentional thing. I think it's just something that a lot of these foreigners do inadvertently because I've shared this before to the world. You know how when you go on the internet, they give you a point of view of Haiti. They scare you about Haiti. They scare you about Africa. They scare you about the motherland, right? Black nations. They tell you that this is poor, it's poverty, it's well, to the rest of the world that is in poverty, that is looking, they sell America to us as the land of rich and the land of milk and honey. The land of, if you can get to Canada, Australia, Belgium, America, you've made it to heaven on earth. So that is why even a lot of people in Haiti, it's so easy for them to misuse family and friends abroad because they've never been. Just as you've never been to Haiti, and if you've never had a conversation with someone like me to give you the contrast differences of Haiti, to say, like the other day I was speaking to someone, they said, well, do you guys have couches in Haiti? I mean, what kind of clothes you wear? Like, yeah, we have these. I mean, is that what they selling about Haiti? Well, they're selling to the rest of the world. America, you're rich. You got money. So when you come into a place like Africa, like Haiti, and you have that English accent, that is why, in my opinion, it's good for you to already have friends who are here to welcome you. People you build a relationship with that you can trust to an extent. That kind of understand that just because you are an American, you are not rich. And just because you're an American, it's not okay for people to want to misuse you. It's not okay for people to take advantage of you. But that's the contrast difference. So that is why you will notice that a lot of the times when Americans travel abroad, not just Americans, like I said, foreigners, from these first world countries into a country considered to be a third world country, you have it where a lot of people are so quick to just want to take from you, to take from you. And it's sad. I don't agree with it. But then my perspective is different if you run across a person like myself in Haiti, because I've been to America. But for someone who has not been to America, who has not been to Canada, who has never been to Australia, who's never been to, certain countries to see how hard you work, how much sacrifice you put in, how you probably saved throughout the year to take this trip and really enjoy your vacation. How a lot of them, I've seen how going to certain places for vacation after working all year and saving for that vacation, they could take your peace. That vacation can turn into a disaster for you, especially if you are budgeting, especially if you as an American, you saved and you thinking you did your research and this is what you're gonna, and then you come, the minute you get to the airport, the first taxi ride want to ask you for $300, literally American money, to take you from here 3 miles up. You got to be careful. And the scamming, believe me, the scamming is real here. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Don't forget to please like and share the live if you've yet to do so. Stitching Goods, thank you for tuning in. Let me go back. Silver Fox, thank you for tuning in. Hey Marie, looking good as thank you so much. Thank you. People are upset with the politics. Yes, they are. Move home to Africa. Yes, move home to Africa. But as we're telling people to move home to Africa, be honest with people and tell them, you know, what to expect. And if you are born in America, even though you can associate your roots with Africa, but whether you black, white, cat, or dog, if you were born in America, going to Africa, you will never be accepted as an African. And someone will, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you never will be. Not wholeheartedly, because just the way that they do things, you have to adjust to it. No. So, Russell, I'm not sure if you were being facetious saying to move home to Africa, but regardless of what it is, if you're planning to move to Africa, and Africa is a beautiful place because this young lady, and we'll talk about that too, she gave her point of view and she also gave one side to Africa. That's not every side. Just as some people will share one side of Haiti, and that's not the whole Haiti. Stitching Good says, as long as there is large shopping malls, it's all good. All right, so that's a good question. That's a good thing to put out there. So if you're looking for one big good shopping malls, Stitching Goods, remove Haiti. Remove Haiti out of your list. And I'm being honest. I've been to many places in Haiti, and that is one accommodation. If you require, when I went to the Dominican Republic had several malls, but in Haiti, yes, we have boutiques, shops, right? You share this with a Haitian person, they may say, oh, she don't know what she's talking about, but you also have to understand the structure of a mall. And I have not seen a big mall here in Haiti, even in the Pétionville area, which is one of the most modernized areas in the Port-au-Prince area. So if that's an accommodation, I don't know. Look and share with me if there is one, because I'd love to go and visit, right? Maybe I missed it. Good afternoon, Christina. Good afternoon, Mr. Paul. Say Haiti is not a mall country. See, thank you for sharing. France has no malls either. Neither England, but shopping is not a problem. But shopping definitely is not a problem, guys. If you want to shop and find beautiful clothes and find nice things, yes, you will. But to say that you're gonna go and do it in a mall settings, I haven't seen one. Mercedes says you're live. Yes, I am live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm beating the internet, guys. We have not had any internet in Haiti. The internet has been horrible. So I haven't even been able to upload a video that I've been working on forever. Earlier, I attempted to do a live and I could not. So I said, let me try and do a live right now at this time, because that is one of the downsides with living in a place like Haiti. Don't forget, guys, to please hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Don't forget, guys, to please support us at info at lifeinhaitiwithmarie.org. That is our Zelle. Just to give you guys an update, I learned today that May 17th is Professors Day, where we will celebrate. It's, a day here in Haiti that we acknowledge and celebrate the teachers. I had another school and another staff member bring it to my attention. I also shared it with the Life in Haiti members in the group about us doing something special for the professors here. The truth is, we are unable to get this work done, get kids educated without their assistance, without their dedication. So, if you would like to help us to accomplish that mission, any small donation is appreciated. Any small donation. It doesn't have to be anything much. So far today, we've raised $100. I'm thinking of doing homemade pizza and just have maybe some champagne as well for the staff, and do a little bit of decoration. Not much, but to celebrate them and let them know just how much that they are appreciated, because they're a big part of our team, guys. So if you are new to this channel, it's your first time tuning in, we don't just talk about things here. We are here in Haiti working and making a difference. So check out some of the previous uploads and lives to see some of the work that we do here. If you're in doubt, just follow us. You don't have to hurry and do anything. But follow us and see if it's something that you would like part of. For those of you guys who's been following, please feel free. We're still working on the Zelle, guys. At this time, not the Zelle, the Cash App. We still do not have Cash App. So I just want to thank you guys for your patience with that. I will be getting with the trying out what we can do to get Cash App back up and working for the center. It really is not our fault, guys. It's not our fault, and we're working to fix that as soon as we can. Mr. Silver Fox says, hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Silver Fox. How's it going? Mercedes, guys, don't forget to please hit the like button. On a mission, guys, to 40K. I noticed that the channel's been at a stall, but I know it's because of situations, especially in the area where I am at in the Port-au-Prince area, which kind of limits me from moving around as much as I used to. So guys, please share the live, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Wait, what's wrong with being born in America? Absolutely nothing, Mercedes. Absolutely nothing. I know you came in alive late, but absolutely nothing is wrong with being born in America. Actually, the thing is, you being born in America, there are things that you are not used to. That is why before your bags and moving abroad, you need to make sure that you are aware of these things. If you want to move out here to Africa, visit first. Not just a one-time visit, but several times visit to make sure that that is really what you want to do. Find out some of your accommodations as well. You need running water. Same thing in Haiti. You can be renting a home in Haiti, and they will rent you a home for $10,000 a month. And to get to the home and find out there's no running water in that home, because maybe for them, the landlord, that's not a priority for them. They do not mind, but for you, that is a problem. So that's why before you pack up and move anywhere outside of America, please be sure that that is exactly what you want to do. I can't understand what she's saying. This young lady pretty much packed up and left America. She was tired of the racism in America and moved to Ghana. When she got to Ghana, she realized she just wasn't ready. So she came to the realization that the privilege that she had in America, it is not a privilege which is afforded to everyone all over the world, especially in Africa. Miami Dad, how's it going? All I need is AC, running warm water, and a beautiful woman. Your accommodations is small. Mercedes, racism is everywhere. And that's something that we need to keep in mind, that racism is not just in America. Racism really is everywhere. It is hot. Stitching Goods says, wow, surprised about racism in Haiti. Yes, racism. There is racism in Haiti, guys. Believe me, there is. And I know I'm not going to even go there tonight, right? But racism is everywhere. Just as Mercedes mentioned, it is not just in America. I believe America, to an extent, you're able to grieve it. It's not as blatant, but there are places today where racism is very blatant. So you just have to be mindful and know that these things are happening all over the world, not just in America, okay? Not just in America. But justice is not completely served anywhere, right? Very true. But the difference is even even having a system that recognizes justice. Am I saying that right? Right? Let me say for an example. Um, if I am on a job in America and let's say I have a coworker and that coworker walks up to me and decides to be disrespectful, right? There is HR, there's a process. Whereas, and I've never been to Africa, so I can't really completely speak for Africa, but I know in Haiti, a lot of workers, especially women, endure like sexual advancements, shall I say? And you really you don't have somewhere to report that, right? Racism is blatant. When I say that, there are a lot of Haitian people who have jobs and stuff. However, and this is just my opinion once again, yes, you do have it where it's not like that everywhere, but you will notice that most businesses in Haiti, the leaders of it is a white person. And this is just my opinion. Maybe it is because we lack unity within ourselves. We lack that discipline and structure within ourselves. We're not sticking together within ourselves. That could play a role in it, right? But let's say that was in America and that's going on all over your neighborhood. That those are things that you could possibly bring that up to your local officials' attention. There could be a grievance about it. Most people in Africa or in Haiti, they may speak about it, but there is not a proper system that allows justice to be served for those who have been a victim to that system. Colorism is a thing in America amongst black people as well. True. True. Haitian Warrior King says racist people are everywhere. But not in an unfamiliar country. The person in Haiti won't be able to perceive that he or she is being discriminated against. And I know that, Mercedes, you may not understand that. Someone who's watching will probably be like, what's Marie saying? People been exposed to this. You know, kind of like someone who's been abused all their life. Have you ever seen a person in an abusive relationship that, they're always abused, beat up, and everyone can see, and everyone can easily say, why are you, and they continue to stay and associate that with it's either gonna change, or they're loved, or this or that. So that's kind of like how I see it here, right? They feel like they don't know any different because they've been exposed to this type of stuff all of their life. And it is very true because I live in this environment. So I'm sharing my honest opinion. I'm not abroad just giving you an opinion. I see it on the daily that a lot of Haitian people, they don't speak it, but they do somehow feel that the white people are superior to them. Now, will they accept that? No, they will not. But that's because they are fighting that in their mind. But I try to tell people, this is a clear example. Telling somebody you love them is one thing. How often people say, I love you, but then they turn around and bop you upside the head. Their actions is completely in opposition of what they trying to get you to believe. The Haitian people's action is difficult to believe that many, not every one of them, but that many of them do not have that underlying feeling that the whites are superior to them. And that is why I say that they won't be able to see the discrimination, stuff like that, because they normalize it. It's okay for them, right? I'll give you guys a quick example. I remember when I first started going to Caribbean market in Haiti. And there, if any of you guys ever been there, you have the guys that's bagging up groceries and stuff. And when I first got there, everyone else, and they would not assist us.